Okay, it's 27 minutes past 2. You're tuned to K-Scrum 91.5. I'm Sassy Susan, and in the booth with me, I have the special guest that we've been waiting for. You can all appreciate that they were caught on the other side of the Hood Canal Bridge. Here is Michael and Adele. Now, Michael says he's going to do the speaking, so go ahead and talk to our audience and see if they can guess where you're from. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Is that enough?
Okay, I hadn't turned the volume up.
A couple of words, okay. I'm happy to be here in Sequim, first time in my life. I'm here because my father spent some months here back in 1942.
Okay.
And I'm back because he said he always wanted to come back and just never made it. So I'm here to represent him.
You're here in his honor.
In his honor, exactly. Yeah.
See, now the shift is complete because I cried. I always cry if it makes me happy. And where you live in Galway?
Live in Galway, yes.
Okay.
Been born in Donegal. My father was born too. He came here in 1929. He came in August. He landed on August 12th, 1929, just before the Depression. Bad timing.
Yeah.
You know? So he told me that 7 different times he tried to save some money after that, and each time either the bank failed or he lost his job or something else happened. So he finally said, okay, I just live.
Okay, I have to ask you a question. I am so jealous. I love Guinness. The Guinness that you have in Ireland is not the same as what we get here.
Not quite the same. No, it's not. I'm not too sure.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, they say Guinness doesn't travel that well.
No.
So you've got to go to Dublin to get the best Guinness.
Nothing like going to a pub and getting a freshly drawn Guinness as it goes down the sides of
It's a work of art.
It is a work of art. It is a work of art. Now, what are you going to do after you leave the studio? Rich is taking you somewhere.
Yeah, he's gonna bring me around. Because my father spent a number of months here, and he talked about they stayed in a gymnasium in Sequim, and they also they helped a local farmer to save his hay and crops at the time because everybody's being conscripted, so there was no labourers around. And he was telling me that because he came from a small farm, he fitted in perfectly, but all his buddies from the States who hadn't been farmers didn't really like the job, didn't appreciate it too much.
So his dad was in the U.S. Army.
Yeah.
He was, yeah. He was conscripted, I guess. No, he joined up, I think in 40 before Pearl Harbor, and he was about to be released. And lying in bed one Sunday morning on the 7th of December, he heard the news. Pearl Harbor being bombed, so therefore he felt that I know I'm back in again. And then he was back in again, so then he spent a number of months up here, and then they moved down through Oregon, down to Santa Barbara, where they spent the best part of a year. So we talked about the St. Patrick's Day. He was in Sequim. He was put onto potato peeling duty, and he thought there was no place for an Irishman to be on St. Patrick's Day. So he told me he went AWOL. And he went to Port Angeles to go drinking. Now, he never told me if he was caught or not, but anyway, we have an honorable discharge, so he must have gotten away with it.
Now, Rich, do you have the poem that his father wrote?
Yes, I do. You know, his dad, I guess, you know, first of all, he probably wondered, you know, why am I out here in the sticks, out nowhere? You know, I'm being sent up here. Don't know anybody in this place. I guess a lot of people are wondering, you know, why was the U.S. Army here in Sequim?
Yeah.
But if you recall, at the time, if you go around, you see all these artillery fortifications around the Sound and the Strait, down at Whidbey Island, etc., in Port Townsend. The Army was getting ready for potentially any fleet from Japan that might come up the Strait of Juan de Fuca and stuff, so we had soldiers here. And then, of course, Michael's dad, John, who anglicized his name while he was here, Malley, and of course, John and Adele's last name is O'Malley, and spelt in a more Gaelic fashion.
Yeah.
And anyway, his dad was here, and then you said he went on after Santa Barbara. He went over to North Africa and Sicily and Italy and southern France. So I surmise that he was probably in the 3rd Division with Audie Murphy. And,
yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah. He told me that when he joined up, he wasn't that young. He was like 35, and he said, you know, when I'm going in, I may as well go in the deep end. He applied for the parachute regiment.
Oh, okay.
And they said, you're too old. Should they put him in the medical corps?
Okay.
That's what he wanted.
Well, yeah, Odie Murphy was in the 3rd Division, and that's where
So
they
what
were.
was the poem that he wrote?
So he wrote A Soldier's Farewell to
Okay.
Sequim when he was when they were leaving,
Okay.
they were leaving Sequim. And he said, "When first I saw your cloudy skies that rainy winter's day, I thought I'd never love the place, I'd never hoped to stay. But now I'm leaving dear old Sequim, the sun shines up above, and I'm feeling very lonely for the place I'll always love. Its fertile fields and pine-clad hills, its lasses fair and gay, I'll always will remember when I am far away. And when the war's over, back again I'll come to see once more the place I love, that little town of Sequim."
Okay.
Good accent there.
And I tried to just a little bit of
Excellent.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Well, it is 27 minutes to 3. I have Michael and Adele that are visiting from Ireland. Let's do a station ID and the senior report, and then I have some Irish music that I'm going to play. K-Squim. K-Squim 91.5, here is the senior report.
The KSQM Afternoon Senior Report is made possible through the support of Sherwood Assisted Living.
Hi, this is Linda Johannesson with the KSQM Senior Report with useful information and handy life hacks for seniors and their families. Looking to save a few pennies? AARP has a few suggestions regarding home maintenance that might help fill up that piggy bank. The first tip is to turn off the ice maker. Making ice increases your fridge's energy consumption by 12 to 20%. Ironically, 3/4 of that energy is used to heat the molds, so they will release the ice. Consider getting some old-fashioned ice trays. Get a smart thermostat. In addition to operating on a set schedule, smart thermostats learn your temperature preferences, and some can sense if someone is in the room. You can operate them from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop to make sure the house is cozy when you return. Buy a smart sprinkler controller. Tell the controller what type of soil, plants, or lawn you are watering, and the device will factor in the weather conditions and weather forecast to deliver exactly the amount of water your plants need. Check out bamboo towels. Replace one-use paper